Hello YouTube fam, today I'm filming a what I eat in a day, and the focus of this video will be high protein. That being said, all the meals will also be gluten-free and dairy-free. This video is perfect for you if you want to eat better and you don't really know where to start and you don't want to make elaborate meals, because these are meals that I make on busy days. All right, let's get into a breakfast. So guys, I hate to break it to you, but 2 eggs is simply not enough, or not enough protein for your breakfast. You want to aim for around 30 plus grams of protein. So today we're making a loaded omelet. So we're using the eggs, but we're gonna add a little bit more to it to bump up the protein content. So for today's recipe, it's a really simple one. You're gonna need some vegetables that you enjoy in your omelet. You can honestly put in anything you prefer. I like to go this route here. I get this pre-chopped omelet mix, and I really like all of these vegetables. So there's red peppers, green bell peppers, red onions, and mushrooms. And again, you can just buy these vegetables and cut them up yourself, but I love how easy this is. Now, the breakfast this morning will also be a little bit of a meal prep. So I buy this, and then I combined it with a full pound of ground beef. Once again, you can switch this up. If you don't like ground beef, do ground pork, ground turkey, ground chicken. There's tons of options. But a solid amount of veggies. We probably have like 3 to 4 cups here, a pound of ground meat. We're going to saute that up, and then we'll add our eggs. So let's get into it. All right, let's start off by adding some avocado oil in our pan so the meat doesn't stick. Turn it on, and then add your ground beef or your meat of choice. Then you can just cut that up in small pieces so it cooks evenly. Stir it a few times, and then once it's ready, we're gonna take it out of the pan, put it aside for a little bit, and then we're going to add the vegetables in the pan. Once again, add a little bit of oil if you need it, and just make sure you stir regularly. And then once the vegetables have reached like crunchiness that you like, just add the beef back in, mix that up, and then that's your base right there. So we're gonna put away about like 4/5, and we're just gonna keep one portion in there and add our 2 eggs. Once you've added the eggs, you can scramble that up, let it cook for a little bit, add some salt and some pepper for a little flavor, and that's it. And there you have it. Now you have a high protein breakfast for today, but also you meal prep for the rest of the week. All you have to do is add a couple eggs into this in the morning, and you're good to go. Another thing I want to point out is if you eat a little bit more, then you can add 2, 4 eggs. My partner has 3, for example, so that bumps up the protein count even more. From here, you can add whatever you like. I will be adding some hot sauce. I love this combo. As you saw, I add a little bit of salt and pepper. So that's how I'm starting off my day. Alrighty, a time for lunch. And today I'm showing you my go-to lunch on a work day. So when I'm busy, and once again, it's gonna be high in protein. So we're making a salmon salad. If you don't like salmon, this is another meal where you can easily swap out another protein option. So if you prefer tuna or chicken, you could also use that. I like to do salmon because I find salmon can be quite expensive for like a good source salmon. So buying it canned allows you to save a little bit of money and still get some good omega-3s in your diet. So you're gonna need a can of salmon. I do this Ocean's one. I get it from Costco, so it is quite affordable, and there is 213 grams in this can. So we're gonna be using the entire can. Celery, I either add like 1 or 2 stalks. Cucumber. And then I add some mayo to make it nice and creamy. This is the mayo I love, Chosen Foods. It's an avocado oil mayo. If you can, definitely get avocado oil mayo over the regular kind so that it doesn't have a canola oil. And then this is like my favorite part of this. I add pickles, and it tastes so good. If you have like dill, like fresh dill, it would taste really, really good in this salad as well. But fresh herbs is just not something I have on hand that much, so that's why I didn't include it in this video, because it's all about quick and easy. But pickles, I had a couple of pickles in there. And then for actually like eating the salad, I don't eat it with a fork and like that way. I like to use it as a dip. So I do a combination of sliced cucumbers as like my chip. And then, this is my favorite here, the Simple Mills almond flour crackers. These are my favorite crackers in terms of like being gluten-free and grain-free as well. They just taste so good. Like, I think they taste just as good as any cracker out there. So I always have these. So let's put this together. All right, so drain your salmon and then you can add it into a bowl. I just like to mash it up lightly and add the pickles and the celery. It's gonna add such a nice crunch to your salad. Next up, I add some mayo. I add about a tablespoon, like a heaping tablespoon of it to make it nice and creamy. A little bit of salt, of course, for some flavor. And that is literally it. It is so easy. I add my cucumbers on the plate and then the almond flour crackers. And there you have it. Lunch is ready. You saw how quickly that was to assemble, so it's perfect for quick lunch when you're having a busy day, if you're working or something like that. All right, it's time for dinner, but first, cheers. If we're gonna be making a dinner, if we're gonna be cooking 3 meals from home today, we're definitely gonna have a treat. So for me, that is a nice beverage while I make dinner. We're gonna continue to keep things quick, easy, healthy, and high in protein. So for dinner, we're doing a sheet pan dinner. If you don't do sheet pan dinners, you're seriously missing out because it is the easiest thing to do. So today we are gonna be making chicken thighs with some sweet potatoes and green beans. Once again, you can swap these out for anything else you would prefer. Chicken breasts, salmon fillet, I don't know, pork chops. There are options. And then for the carb, I'm doing sweet potatoes, but you could do like butternut squash, you could do white potatoes, and then for your vegetable, you could also just do literally anything. So I have those chicken thighs. I do boneless because they're gonna cook a little bit quicker. I already went ahead and chopped up my sweet potatoes because I didn't want to bore you with that task. And then for my green beans, I get them in a bag because they're already cut and washed, so it doesn't get easier than this. So let's assemble this dinner on a sheet pan, and then that's pretty much it. You literally just put it in the oven and you wait. Actually, I'm changing my mind right now. I'm only gonna do the sweet potatoes and the chicken on the baking sheet because I want to do these on stovetop. Still gonna be super easy, but let's put the sweet potatoes, chicken on a baking sheet, bake it, and then we'll do this on the stovetop with some oil and some spices. I just find they keep their texture a little bit more and they keep their crunch, and I enjoy them more like that way. But if you want to keep things uber simple, put it all on a baking sheet and bake it away. All right, I think this meal is even easier than the tuna salad, which was already so easy. So all you're gonna do here is line up your chicken on the baking sheet, one side, and then add the sweet potatoes on the other side. I drizzle some avocado oil all over everything. I usually add some kind of spice to the chicken, and then I really just add salt and pepper to the sweet potatoes because they're just so flavorful and sweet on their own. So give everything a good mix. I like to flip the chicken so the seasoning gets on everything, and that's about it. I toss it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 375 degrees, Fahrenheit degrees. And then once that's been cooking for a little while, you can add your green beans in a pan. I like to use this everything bagel seasoning on them. It is so good. I also add a little bit of salt and the avocado oil, and that is it. All right, dinner is ready, and this was so easy to make, and it's so delicious. Trust me, I make it all the time, and you can add different flavors each time with your seasonings. This is about 40 to 45 grams of protein, so that means for the entire day, we're reaching around 120 grams of protein, which is so good. Now, it wouldn't be a true what I eat in a day without showing you what I would generally have after dinner as a little sweet treat, because that is who I am. I usually have something sweet after dinner. I usually go for some dark chocolate with like nuts in them. I really like these JoJo's dark chocolate bites. They have like pistachios in them, so good. Or just a chocolate bar that has like nuts. So this is from Camino. It's organic. It has almonds in it, and it's a dark chocolate. So something like that at the end of dinner, I don't know. That's how I like to end my day. But other than that, that's pretty much all I would eat in a day. I really hope you found this video helpful in terms of meals that are high in protein, but also easy meals and healthy meals, of course. If you like this video, I'd be so grateful if you could give it a thumbs up. That just lets YouTube know that I am putting out a good stuff. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos like these. I'm going to leave all the recipes down in the description box. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!